beautiful people, lovers of African football and lovers of football in general. Welcome to the channel once again, African Football Fan TV. You know, we're back with another episode with African Football Weekly Review, the show that keeps you up to date with all things African football, from the national team side to club side to players playing abroad and even the ones playing locally. So my people, we got a lot to talk about this week. First, we're going to take a look at the Under-17 Female World Cup. The Ghana Premier League finally resumes, and also take a look at the African players added lead in the top 5 league abroad. So without wasting much of your time, we go into today's show proper. First, we're going to say congratulations to the Under-17 Women National Team of Nigeria, who won the third place match against Germany on penalty shoot. The match actually ended in a 3-3 draw after Nigeria took a 3-goal lead. The match was a very entertaining match, and I can really tell you the girls really did well after the setback in the semi-final against Colombia, which they lost also on penalty. They played at a goalless draw during 90 minutes, but they lost on penalty, 6-5 to Colombia. And that match was really heartbreaking for me when I was watching the match, seeing how tense the girls look. It's not a sight you want to see again, but thank God they won the third place match against Germany and became the first African nation to win a medal at the Under-17 FIFA Female World Cup. We say congratulations to the Flamingos for doing African proud and doing Nigeria also proud. And now on to all the news from the South African football, where we saw Orlando Pirates taking out Kaiser's Chiefs in the Soweto Derby. This is actually one of the most, and not just one of, this is the most interesting and interesting feature in the South African football calendar every year. So we all look forward to this match, one of the most fierce derby in the African Football Federation. Via Kaiser Chiefs take on Orlando Pirates. Kaiser Chiefs defeated Orlando Pirates at home by 1-0, all thanks to Yusuf, who scored the all-important goal to give them the winning in that match. Yusuf Mat, magnificent striker, gave Kaiser Chiefs a 1-0 win over Orlando Pirates. This is actually their fourth straight victory over the Buccaneers as they move and leapfrog them in the 4th place in the league. Currently, we say congratulations to Kaiser Chiefs and commiseration to Orlando Pirates, and hopefully your next match you're gonna win. And on to all the news from the Ghana Football Federation, where the league finally resumed this week after too much uncertainty and weeks of nobody knowing when the league is going to commence. And we're thankful the league has finally resumed, where we saw a lot of matches we have played over the weekend. And some of the matches that were played saw Accra Acts of O coming from behind to beat Bibiana Good by 2-1, while King Fasa we are defeated at home to Ashanti Kotoko by 3-0. So these are some of the matches that were played. The other matches I saw Medina versus Adwena ended in a 1-0 win for Adwena. Una sit top of the league table. Karela we had defeated at home by North Streaman. By Samtex versus Great Olympic played at a goalless draw. Tamale City versus Rio. Tamale City versus Real Tamale in the local derby ended in a 1-1 draw, and as they stand currently now, Adwena City sits top of the league table. And with that, we move on to the international scene to talk about the players and how they did in the top 5 league abroad. First up, we're going to take a look at the German Bundesliga, where we saw Stuttgart take on this week. Serogo Sel, the Guinean international, keeps on scoring, keeps on performing for his club Stuttgart, as his 15-minute goal in that game saw them draw level after going behind in the 4th minute of that game. Stuttgart went on to win that game by 2-1. We say congratulations to Serogo Sel for taking your tally to 4th goal of the season. Another match between Bayern Munich and Mainz ended in the 6-2 thrashing as Bayern Munich humiliated Mainz. We saw Sadio Mane and Eric Choupo-Moting on the score sheet for Bayern Munich, who now sits second in the league table. This season actually is one of the most impressive Choupo-Moting has been in the Bayern Munich shirt, currently on 7 goals and 3 assists this season, and hopefully this form is going to continue into the Qatar World Cup as you represent Cameroon. Now on to the Italian Serie A, where Napoli thrashed Sassuolo by 4-0. Victor Osimhen, the Nigerian international striker, scored an impressive hat-trick as they wallop Sassuolo by 4-0. Napoli still sit currently at the top of the table and remain the only team unbeaten from the Italian Serie A. who knows who knows what's going to happen this season. They are trying their best and see if they can win the league and take this crown, the Scudetto, from AC Milan, who are the defending champions. And we say congratulations to Victor Osimhen for scoring another impressive hat-trick and continue great form. So sad Nigeria wouldn't be at the World Cup, but hopefully next tournament, which is the AFCON, you're going to do very well for the Nigerian Football Federation and the Super Eagles. And still talking about the Super Eagles, Demola Lookman, who plays for Atlanta, helped his team to a 2-goal win over Empoli as they defeated Empoli by 2-0. Atlanta are the only team actually doing everything possible to see if they can take the crown from Napoli. And Napoli have been very, very impressive this season, I can tell you. But Atlanta just 5 points behind Napoli. It will sit second in the league table. AC Milan, on the other end, are struggling this season. But never can tell, you never can write football off, you never can write any team off, because football is a very uncertain game. And we're hopeful the Scudetto, will it be going to Naples or will it remain with the Milan club? Nobody can tell. So let's just move on to the other news as we go on to the match between Spezia and Fiorentina, where Mbalo leveled the score for Spezia in that match in the first half, but they went on to lose that match to Fiorentina by 2-1, and the winless run for Spezia continue. The call of relegation is still on for them. Hopefully, let's see if they can reject that call and escape relegation. Lazio versus Salernitana. This name is very, very difficult for me to pronounce. Salernitana ended in a 3-1 win for Salernitana as they upsetted Lazio at home by 3-1, all thanks to the man himself, Balou Diao, the Senegalese international, who was on the score sheet for Salernitana, as they surprised everybody to defeat Lazio in that match by 3-1. Lazio weren't expecting it. They were thinking it's just going to be like a walkover for them. But football, you never can write your opponent off, because anything is possible. And now on to the Spanish La Liga. Cadiz versus Atletico Madrid ended in a 3-2 win for Cadiz as they stunned the Madrid club by 3-2, all thanks to the Democratic Republic of Congo striker Theo Banguda. Banguda scored one of the goals as his teammates won that match. Cadiz, who's currently sitting 19th in the league table, defeated Atletico Madrid. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody expected them to win that match. But you see, as I keep saying, football, you can never write anybody off. Any team can beat any team on their day. We say congratulations to Cadiz as they won the smash. Hopefully, they're going to escape the call of relegation. Atletico Bilbao and Villarreal ended in a 1-0 win for Atletico Bilbao as they defeated Samuel Chukwueze Villarreal by 1-0. Inika Williams, a Ghanaian international player who just aligned to play with the Ghana national team, was on the score sheet. And very impressive game he had in that match as they won that game by 1-0. All thanks to Inika Williams. Hopefully this form is going to continue into the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, and hopefully Ghana is going to do us proud in the World Cup. And moving on to the French League One, where we saw Lorient take on Nice. Dango Otore, the Burkina Faso international player, scored the opening goal in the 18th minute to give Lorient a 1-0 lead. And they were thinking this game is going to be like a walkover game for them. They're going to cruise on to the game. But Yusuf Attar, the Algerian international, stepped up to equalize in the 61st minute. And they went on to defeat Lorient in that game by 2-1. We say Nice one from Yusuf Attar and Nice. Nantes played at home the 1-1 draw against Clermont. Mustafa Mohamed, the Egyptian international, helped to rescue 1 point for Nantes in that match at Clermont. And Nantes played at a 1-1 draw. And on to Ozel versus Ajaccio. We saw Amzi Sakio, the Moroccan international player, stepping up to score the all-important goal as they won that game by 1-0. And say congratulations to Ozel, who are trying everything possible to escape the relegation. This is actually a relegation match. They narrowly won that match. The one goal in this game really didn't tell the story of the match, because it was a very entertaining match between the two relegation struggling teams. But I'll say congratulations to us there as they won this match by 1-0 to see if they can move out of the relegation zone. And on to Paris Saint-Germain versus Troyes. Yeah, Paris Saint-Germain narrowly won that match by 4-3. Everybody was thinking that this match is going to be like an easy game for Paris Saint-Germain with the likes of Neymar, Lionel Messi, which is the greatest of all time, the GOAT himself, and Kylian Mbappe on the score sheet for Paris Saint-Germain in this game. But Troyes really had their own from this match, while Mami Badi, the Guinea-Bissau international player, was very, very impressive as he scored 2 goals in this game, whereas they lost that match narrowly to a 4-3 win to Paris Saint-Germain, who has Hakimi on their side also in that game. And on to the match between Marseille versus Strasbourg. We saw Lebo Matiba, the South African international player, scoring for the second time in 2 weeks as they started a comeback in that game, but it wasn't enough as they ended up sharing the spoils. Ended the game with 2-2 draw. Issa Kaburi and Babiniang scored the 2 goals for Marseille in that match. This match of 3 African players on the score sheet. You know how happy I am always seeing African players on the score sheet in the continental and the international stage. So the match ended in a 2-2 draw. Marseille were thinking they're going to cruise with all 3 points in this match. Complacency setting to the players after going 2 goals ahead. They thought they were going to win this match, but Lebo Matiba started a comeback as they ended up drawing that game by 2-2. The boys shared a point in that game. On to the Premier League, the English Premier League, where we saw this week Arsenal take on Nottingham Forest. Thomas Partey and Arsenal defeated, humiliated, and caused chaos in the English Premier League as they trashed them by touch. Nottingham Forest by 5-0. Thomas Partey was on the score sheet for Arsenal. The Ghanaian international midfielder scored a screamer from outside the 18, a replica of the goal which he scored against Tottenham. You know, Tottenham always like sitting behind. This was the kind of formation the Nottingham Forest tried to play also. And you know, when you sit behind like Tottenham, Thomas Partey is going to come from one place or the other to give you a screamer outside the 18. They won that match by 5-0. Everybody is still pointing fingers on Arsenal, think, oh, the elephant is on top of the tree. Definitely they're going to come down. But I can tell you for a fact, Arsenal at the WD this season, they are holding their own very, very much to see if they can take the crown from Manchester City, who also won this week. So Arsenal still sit top of the league, and we hopefully and praying Thomas Partey keep this form onto the World Cup, and hopefully there's no injury from Thomas Partey. Yes, Liverpool. I don't know what to say about Liverpool. This match, I did not even write anything down about Liverpool because I just want to express it from my heart because I'm actually disappointed with Liverpool. How can you beat Manchester City just 2 weeks ago and you're losing to Nottingham Forest and losing to Leeds United at home? Football. Always I keep saying, never write anything off. Liverpool has never lost at home for the past 2 seasons now, and since Virgil van Dijk came to Liverpool, he has played over 70 games at home for Liverpool at Anfield and never lost any. But they lost this time to Leeds United, who were defeated just 2 weeks ago by Arsenal, and their coach is under pressure currently. But Liverpool, with the way they're going, they are closer to the relegation than closer to the top 4. Who knows? Can they qualify for top 4? Never can tell. But Mohamed Salah was on the score sheet for Liverpool to soften the hearts of Africa. At least we have an African player on the score sheet this week from Liverpool. But nevertheless, the team is always important, and Liverpool at the moment are going to be relegated from the top 4. That's as far as I can predict. And on to the other segment of today's show, which is Do You Know? And on this week, do you know the Nigerian Flamingos team become the first African nation to win a medal at the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup? Now you know. And we're gonna crown an African Player of the Week. And African Player of the Week goes to no other person, which I think you already know, no other person than Victor Osimhen for scoring a hat-trick in the Italian Serie A this week to help Napoli defeat their opponent by 4 goals to nothing. We say congratulations to Victor Osimhen for the wonderful strike and a wonderful performance over this weekend. And that's all we have for you guys on this week African Football Weekly Review Show. And if today's show will be entertaining to you, please click on the like button. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Click on the notification bell to keep you up to date with all things African football and from this channel. And also we'll be giving you reviews for the 5 African countries that will represent in Africa and at this year's FIFA World Cup. Until I come your way next time, I say God bless you and stay safe.